Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. We're going to be finishing out the month of May. So we're looking at the final week of May, the last few days. It's actually more than 7 days for this final quote-unquote portion of May. As you guys know, these readings are timeless and signless, so you don't actually have to have any specific placements or signs in order for this reading to be for you, okay? If it resonates, it's for you. Now, notice that we have the Two of Pentacles on the desk right here. Well, first of all, I want to say that if you guys are in the States or maybe if you're abroad, you definitely have been hearing the news coming out of Texas. We have yet another school shooting. So, you know, we can take a moment and send a lot of thoughts and prayers and love to all of those affected. I just wanted to say that first. So just let's take a moment, just a few seconds to do that now. Okay, yeah, guys, these are the times, right, that we're living in. But going back to this card, so thank you, Spirit. Going back to this card, we see here the Two of Pentacles, and in my hand I actually have the Ace of Pentacles. If you've been following my daily readings for the past maybe week and a half, I'm not sure, the guides have been talking to us a lot about needing to make a decision on the inside about how to move forward in your life. Now, in particular, they are referring to this shift that has happened for everybody. Collectively, we've all gone through some shifts because of the two eclipses that we just pretty much came out of. The solar eclipse on April 30th, and then the lunar eclipse, I believe, was around May 16th, right? So what I was picking up energetically from all of that is that we have, as a collective, been individually, as a collective, but individually replaced onto our highest timelines, in a sense. So the highest timeline that is for us, whatever your guides have deemed is the highest potential for you that you could reach at this time, right? They've placed you on that. But now they're asking us to start becoming aware of what's going on in our lives. And the reason why is because now it's kind of our game to lose, right? It's our match to lose. You're on the path. It looks the same, but it's not. You're on the path. Every choice that you make throughout your day is going to either work to keep you on that path, or it's going to work to take you further away from that path. And so that's why you may find that a lot of you are being asked to let go of certain people, places, things, and situations, and ideas, of course. So put it this way, everything, all of the energies in your life are pretty much coming up to be, reviewed by you. Like, hey, it's like the closet spring cleaning and your friend's helping you, and they reach into the closet and they pull out this shirt. Hey, remember this? Do you want it? Do you still want this? Or should we just toss it? And then you're stopping and you're thinking, is it something I want to hold on to? Well, it's kind of been in my closet. Am I ever going to wear it? Go ahead and toss it. Well, now we're not going to be asking, am I ever going to engage with that person? Am I ever going to do whatever? That's part of it. But what they're really asking you is this person, place, thing, or situation or idea something that you think engagement is the best idea for? Like, hey, is this the best idea to continue with this person? Let's think about it. If I had to be with this person for the next 6 years or work at this job for the next 6 years or whatever, is this something I'd like in my life? Is this healthy? Is this in alignment with the person I say that I would like to be? Now, if you don't know what kind of person you would like to be, then I would suggest that you get started on having that conversation with yourself at this point. Remember, Spirit doesn't want perfection. They want progress. They want awareness and progress. Progress is awareness. It just means that you are more aware than you were yesterday. And that's a good thing. And when you add effort to it, wow, right? So nowhere in that equation does it ask you to actually know anything, as if we could ever know anything down here, right? And so anyway, that's why I'm not surprised that we would have this Two of Pentacles and that I would just split the deck, and what would come up is the thing, the Ace of Pentacles, the one that you have decided upon. But moving from 2 to 1, right? And I'm getting this is the case also, they're giving a nod to relationships. So some of you may be actually going through some type of separation with somebody. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It could be professionally speaking. It could be familially speaking. But going from 2 to 1 is not as easy as just laying out the cards. We see it here. We see it in the soul contract. Yeah, and so in the month of May, you're going to let go of this person or this job or this thing, and you're going to head over. Everyone knows the play. The play-by-play is here. But, we're down here. We're here in the details, right? Not up here looking at the two cards. We're down here looking at the steps that it takes to get between these two things. So that's why they've been really pushing us about becoming aware. Now, what exactly are we becoming aware of, Janelle? Well, great question. You in the back. Great question. What we're becoming aware of is the energies that we are allowing into our experience each day. What does that mean, Janelle? Energies are people, places, things, ideas, situations. Anything you can conceive of is energy, and it is magnetized to you based not just on what you are consciously aware that you are calling forth, but actually what you are subconsciously calling forth from within you. Now, you think that you were calling in a great new man, but part of you was the conscious mind, and even some parts of you in the subconscious, like, wow, it would be really nice to whatever. But what you didn't know is that more of you, a larger part of you, is calling for yourself to self-sabotage. And so you're going to get a man. Oh yeah, you're going to get him. They're all over, right? But you're not going to get the one that is in your highest interest. And in fact, you might get the one that reminds you of your last 10 boyfriends. And that's because there is a stronger force. The guides are saying stronger oppositional force. Thanks, guys. They upgrade us. There is a stronger oppositional force to what it is that you are putting out there, that you think you're putting out there. And so that's another example of why awareness is very, very, very important. You have to be aware. And if you're not aware, you have to make the effort to be aware, to build upon an awareness of what it is that you're bringing into your experience. Now, I just turned these cards over and I looked right here. First thing I was drawn to was 6-6. So this is showing me, oh, look at that, 6 of Swords. Oops. Oh, I just pulled this card too. You want to go in, or where are you? 6 of Swords, and then the 6 of Pentacles, right? So these are some really nice sixes. Sixy, hey. Sorry. That wasn't them, that was me, obviously. 6 of Swords is about moving forward, but I keep seeing you kind of wanting to move back. Okay, thank you. I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles here, and in a sense, it can talk about quite a few things, but what I'm seeing here is that it's showing engagement. Let's think about it this way. You're trying to move forward with your life. You're trying to look at this circling here. You see that? It's mirroring this Ace of Pentacles almost, right? So it's like you have a mindset to move forward, ding, to the Ace of Pentacles, to that which is in your highest good. You want to improve your life. You're there, but you feel kind of like, because I'm seeing like those Harry Potter pictures that move. It always shows what the person's going to do next. I see you kind of wanting to come back here. Why? Because there's activity here. So when you find in your life that you're trying to move forward towards a goal, note, the guides are saying, like, pause, note what the oppositional forces are. So I'm trying to move forward with this position, applying for this position, but I keep doing things, hanging out with people, having thoughts, experiencing emotions that are pulling me away from doing that. And now we see why this card was wanting to come in. Remember, it was like, it's impulse. So you have to look at your impulses, because your impulses are what compel you forward and what pull you backward. So it's very possible for you to have multiple, and in fact, not very possible, it is happening, for you to have multiple impulses going on at once. You want to go back to school to pursue this dream, but I don't know if I have the money. Oh, but I want to hang out with my friends tonight instead of studying. Oh, but and look at it's getting further and further away, everything. The point is, prioritize. Yes, you're going to have many choices. Just imagine being the president or of your own life, the king, whatever. And all of the people around you can only be at the status of assistants. So they're like, hey boss, what about this one? Yeah, boss, what about this one? And they're just handing it to you. You're like, you choose. Okay, all right, I have the steak and fries instead of the, the salad I slaved over in my meal prep that I'm just going to bounce off today because I'd rather have the steak, right? Okay, sure, give him the steak. But guess what? If your goal was to, get, your health to a certain point, and part of your plan was to cut out red meat or whatever, and then you had a steak, it's just like this. You moved backward. Now you could be like, yeah, but it's just one step backward and I can go forward. And yes, you sure can. But you know what you cannot do? You cannot say that was a step forward. And that's where they're trying to get you. They're trying to get you to that level of awareness. Yeah, okay, I moved backward, but you see what had happened was, okay, great. We don't actually, we're not judging you. We don't need the story. We just want to know, do you see it? See what? See that you took a step backward. Well, I mean, the reason why I did it, I get it. Listen, I'm here, you're here, we're all here. I get it. You got reasons. You were conditioned. You were brought up that way. It just happened. You slipped and fell into that steak. It doesn't matter. We just want to make sure that you notice you took a step backward in the plan that you outlined for yourself, for your health and well-being. And then it gets quiet because you see what they're trying to tell you, and then they see that you see that, and then see, even I got lost in that. The whole point is this: do you see it? And then you finally say, all right, yeah, but I had a reason. Cool. There's always a reason. And that's when we come to this place. Until your why is strong enough in the direction of your goal, you're going to be pulled back very easily. You're going to be pulled off your path very easily. Your why you're doing it has to be strong enough to keep you moving forward. And it's okay if you take a step backward, but you have to understand these steps are either forward or backward. That's it. All right? And so look at this card that's next. Makes sense. Boop. The Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, we all know she's the one that will cut you. She will smile and cut your throat, and you won't realize that your throat's been cut until you start seeing her looking sideways and you realize, oh my God, my head. it's me, right? And that's just how it is. You kind of have to get surgical, because that's what it sounds like. Surgical, right? You have to get surgical, precise with your awareness. Okay, you can have a reason for doing what it is that you're doing in life. Yeah, answering that text from that ex that you know, all right? You know why you did it. And if you don't know why you did it, then you really need to get aware. You can know that you're taking a step backward and still kind of understand why you did it, and still be like, all right, well, I know I'm taking a step backward. I get that I needed it because this, blah, whatever. And that's it. They just want you to be aware. Eventually, you will start to realize, okay, I'm totally ready to wrap this up with this thing, these people, places, things, situations, and ideas that keep pulling me off the path of my highest good. When you're ready to wrap it up, that's when you get into Queen of Swords. And that, my friend, is why we have soul contracts. You see how she fell right on the Six of Pentacles? That's why we have the slaps in the faces, so to speak, the taps on the shoulders. Well, no, it doesn't go in that order. Usually it goes with a little whisper, right? And then a little tap on the shoulder, and then a slap, and then a punch, like, hey man, were you listening? Not the guides, they're not doing that. Life is doing that, okay? Because this is your higher self's way of saying, hey, we're trying to get you to listen. You ever notice how that one friend of yours is like, hey, I woke up this morning and I just got a feeling that I really need to slow down on hanging out late at night these days, or hanging out after work. I feel like I'm being called to pull in and kind of do a little bit more meditation. Yeah, a lot of people laugh at those people, but you know what they have that a lot of others don't have? They have large ears. They heard it. And so guess who's not going to end up getting the slap in the face or the whatever, when the universe is like, we told you, you've been warned many times, this is not the path for you, right? And so just be mindful. And look at the next card. Bam. See our queen? She's got the Ace of Pentacles. So Spirit so far is coming, as if they need, walk away, walk away. That's it. I know some of you thought, Renee, if there's a Renee out there, you're being advised. You get the point. Long story short, hey everybody. Oh my God, the Tower card. Yeah, like we don't, like, am I paid to shuffle right now? Because I'm not shuffling. I'm just literally lifting the cards and they're in alignment with what guides are saying. Is that a 10, dude? No. Completion? Come on. The point is, the guides are saying, at this point in your life, you are in a great position to reach your path, a path of yours that can bring you into a space of health and well-being. But the choice is yours. The choice is yours to determine whether or not you would like to move forward in your life at this time, or whether you'd like to move forward in your life at this time, or whether you would like to, out of your own free will, stay where you are. Some of you, or take even more steps backward than where you are, right? It's up to you. But you might say, well, how? Well, you do it by your choices. The whole last week while you've been deliberating or maybe not thinking about it or whatever, guess what? It boils down to two choices. When you're not making that action, you're making something else. When you're making something else, you're not making that action. Yeah, I know I really need to stop taking this person's text. I don't know why. Oh, it's just, I don't know. We go back. It doesn't matter. You just did it again. 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 Listen, it's your choice. And at the end of the day, people aren't judging you. The only thing the guides want us to know is, are you aware that you're making a choice? Because those choices are going to add up. And some choices, okay, whoops, I had that food I shouldn't have, or okay, I went out on this date I shouldn't have, but now I'm aware that I've, fallen off the bandwagon, so to speak. That's okay. Get right back on. And we love that. We're all here for that. The guides are always here for that kind of energy. Oh, okay, they want me to do all three. That kind of energy. But you have to have strength to move forward, right? And when we see this card, the Chariot card, this is looking very holistic to me. This is looking like all of you. Now, all of you meaning your whole being. Now, the good news is you don't have to be all on the same page in your energetic field. And the way I say that is because as a reader, when I'm working with you guys lovingly, of course, yay, as clients, I'm seeing the fragmentation inside of you. So I can see the different ages that are, and the different personalities and the past life aspects, and then this hidden shadow of yours, and that little cute little wounded child, and then the inner child that's happy but he doesn't know what's going on. I'm seeing all of you, you plural, at the table here. And you don't all have to be aligned and on board to move forward. You just need enough of you to be willing to make the effort. As God says, or somebody says that God says, a little bit of willingness is all it takes. And when you're willing, that willingness could look simply like, dude, I don't know what I'm going on about. I don't know what is happening in my life. I don't know who's even hearing me say this statement or prayer or intention or whatever, but I am willing to be entertained. If you got something for me, show it to me, and I'll do my best to stay out of my way and to listen. And that is honestly what it looks like to surrender, okay? It just means listening, paying attention, doing your best, being shown a different way. And that's where we find ourselves towards the end of May right now. We find ourselves, a lot of you have already made the decision. You're like, yeah, I'm ready. not all of me, but I'm ready enough to get on this path, and you're already doing your thing. But for those of you who are still kind of dragging your feet, there's still something going on. You may not even be aware of it at the conscious level, but when I check your field, God bless you, I could see it. And sometimes people are actually sent to me at these times so I could point out to them, like, hey, you got a part of you that is a little bit unresolved. It's time to kind of move forward in your spiritual growth, but there's a part of you that would like to, stay or wants to be heard. And so that could lead to some work on about awareness with inner children. Sometimes it's also a past lifetime aspect that's stepping forward for the healing. Interestingly, sometimes the aspects within are ready to do the healing, but you, the conscious person, would like to keep hanging with that guy, or whatever it is, or keep, gossiping and doing stuff with people when it's like spirits like, hey, you need to pay attention to you, so please know that it really is going to be dependent upon who you are as the individual. But collectively, we are all being asked to commit to a path. Commit to a path. And like I said earlier, moving from that Two of Pentacles, the juggling energy, the indecision, to that Ace of Pentacles, having made the decision, right? There are many things that might go into that. So it's not as easy, and I totally understand that. But I'm just here to give you an overview of what that is. Okay, it's funny how I picked up the cards and I'm like, am I gonna do more? And at the bottom of the deck it's just like the Four of Swords, which is rest. Okay, let me just check with the guides if there's anything else they want to say, or if I need to get more cards, or okay. All right, so okay, they want me, God bless, to do, and I just realized I didn't do one for May, sorry, an activations and clearing video, so energy healing session for you guys. I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this reading now, and then I will go straight into doing the activations video. It's going to be marked for May, so just go ahead and check that out. Yeah, because I feel the energy coming in already. Anyway, I will see you guys there. It'll be out, so go ahead and just look for it, okay? Mwah, if you haven't seen it before this video. Bye, love you. Oh, if you'd like to have an intuitive counseling session with me, which is the live Zoom energy healing sessions, go ahead and check my Etsy. I also do readings of all kinds. Yeah, it's all Etsy. You know where to find me. Mwah. Love you. Bye.